then you think, okay, I have achieved this level. Every day you have to sit and learn, simple things, if you're walking down, there'll be these, I would call them steps in the auditorium. There are these steps here, but probably that's not what they are called. There would be a specific word for it. A jacket has a label. You have to know what it is. Every small thing has a word. That's the way you can also learn, one day, okay, what is this called? Pens. Every day you have to learn a new word in English. You may know everything, you may know good grammar, but enriched vocabulary is also very important. So you're just knowing, what is a ledge, what will your parapet, simple things. You can just get to know them every day, one word. That's not very difficult. It just takes half a minute to learn. If you don't know, ask someone. That's how you'll learn.
Anybody in the audience would like to tell if they have put an effort to learn something like this? Because you guys have done your CET, have actually put up. So any of you all want to share it to the forum?
Or any of you who feel that they are not very well fluent.
Let's hear from the audience. Like anybody who's put an effort. Yeah, what have you done?
Like before I'm reading for my CAT, so I prepared one notebook wherein my vocabulary was very poor. So I used to read newspapers and whatever new words used to come, I used to just write them and prepare my own sentences out of it. But then like these steps which were mentioned. So but then over a period of time I realized that if I don't go back and read those words again, I'm actually forgetting those words back.
Anybody?
What I do is when I get to know a new word, I find the meaning in the dictionary and I mark it with a marker. And in my free time, I generally read my dictionary and so that I can revise those words.
That's really. We had another hand coming. Yes.
I was very good with English previously, as Shivani ma'am was there in convent school and all those things. But when you don't use the language, you tend to forget everything. Like you don't get words, you look for words. So what was that called? So usually this process was very boring for me, vocabulary learning. So I found 2 to 3 methods on net. It was from the visual dictionary. You associate a word with a picture, and then by that word you imagine that picture, and visual memory is quite good for everyone. So you remember that. I have Merriam-Webster's application here, so it has some features like recollect what are frequently read words, favorites, and those kind of things. Similar connotations, similar family words, you group them.
Actually, I try to remember the words as it comes in story, because as you read, you understand that how that particular word is used. So, if a particular word was new for me, I used to write it along with the sentence that I came across. So whenever I used to read it again, it actually reminded me that story and I could relate it.
I will take the last one.
I tried a very simple way. I started watching newer series like Sherlock, Breaking Bad, Business Breaking, etc. The words they use in the dialogue or script, those words are stuck to your brain because they are spoken that way, especially of Sherlock. And I particularly remember.
So you have answers within yourselves. It's just that you guys have to share and tell each other that this is to be done. He did something else, he did something else, he did something else. And the energy lies within yourself.
I'd like to raise one important point which I used to do. Being from Marathi medium school till 10, so I found a grasping level of in your own mother tongue. It's completely different from any other language. So there in school times we had Vakyat Upayog Kara. Marathi people would be knowing it. Yeah, I probably do the same thing with English words. Appearing for GMAT, I did the same thing earlier. So that quite helped. Every time I read something in English or any other language, I try to convert it into my mother tongue. So I get to know and I try to correlate exactly what that word means. So that adds me quite good understanding of that word.
That is one way. Or you can just go on reading English newspaper or any English issue kind of just get a sense of what exactly that extract is trying to say. And you will automatically sometimes relate to that word and you know the meaning of that word. And once you go back and check in the dictionary, the word is the same. You just have to get the feeling of that particular thing base was my school was good enough. My elder sister took care of that. I really didn't feel any problem speaking either or writing in English in a correct grammatical way. Rather, we particular medium students are fortunate enough because we were told that it should be grammatically correct. That helps. That helps later. Speaking or elocution is different matter. So build on these positives. And English is a very, very simple language. Not many people know that I am from a peninsular BPM. So you should surprise them.